how we produced this brand anthem film for Maná. Hey there, my name is Jesus Martinez, and I'm a San Diego cinematographer and a creative producer for Outtake Media, where we create short branded docs and commercials. Now, we recently wrapped up a project with Maná, a San Diego-based nonprofit that their sole purpose is to help Latinas have a mentorship and be able to succeed and grow within their communities. Alongside with that, they're now implementing projects to help their parents and just ultimately help the Hispanic and Latin groups just grow. And this to me hits right at home, being a first generation Hispanic. If you haven't realized it through my accent that comes out here and there. But in this project, we were given an RFP for submission, and we created this treatment with a story that follows a young girl struggling in school, finding mentorship through Maná, and therefore succeeding her academic goals and essentially landing a job. Now, of course, this project had a lot of variables and a lot of things we had to figure out, which we're gonna dive into next. Now, for our talent, of course, the budget was much more tighter on this project, and we were able to go internally. Now, this worked out well because the main project is all VO. Our talent aligns as they're part of the actual organization, and it worked perfectly because we were able to film at this talent's house as well, which even more bonus points for our budget. Now, for the locations, we really wanted a school and, started figuring that part out. Fortunately, Maná is already in contact and working together with other schools and organizations in order to manage some of their projects, some of their events. One of those events was happening at Cuyamaca. Now, Cuyamaca is a community college and it's very, very big. But we knew that if we could get one classroom, we would be able to make that feel like we're back in middle school or high school through set design. We also needed an office location, which Maná perfectly has an office that we were able to use. We were able to light it and just shoot however much we needed there. And for the third location, as we mentioned, our talent was kind enough to lend us her bedroom and her living room. So props on locations, not costing us, just being a lot of favors and just being as proactive as we can. Now, for props, we wanted to imitate this graduation scene, so of course we needed a cap and gown. We went with Maná colors, kind of going into that green, because I knew this would pop out very well in the shots, which ended up working very nicely. Now, again, our set designer, Camila, for our college turned into a high school, middle school, she went with the biology vibe, which was perfect. Got a bunch of posters, got a bunch of school books and everything you could think of, which was great and pretty easy to flip a college empty room into a biology classroom. Now, for the day of production, we were running a small crew, and we started at the Maná office, where we were gonna have plenty of time, plenty of space, since I believe it was a Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. We were to just go in there, get all the shots we needed in the office space, work environment, and from there did a company move over to Cuyamaca, for which we had to wait for a class in order to jump in there and start decorating the space to jump into the biology portion of this project. From here, we moved on to some location shots just around the campus and moved over to our talent's house. Again, we had our set designer just add more props within the bedroom and to the living room, just to fill some gaps that we felt like needed a little bit of support. But overall, we had a pretty simple day. We were able to make this in less than a full day, and post was basically 80% there, since again, we've carried all of this in a Milano through a treatment, through the pre-pro process. Now, the project was shot on an ARRI Alexa Mini and a set of DZO RLS primes. We wanted something that was fairly clean and a slight amount of character for this project. Again, we were a really tight crew and we're moving as fast as possible. I'd probably switch back to like a cinema zoom if I could, just so I could get way more angles, but overall, I'm pretty happy with how it ended. These are some of my favorite projects because we get to learn a lot about these organizations that are helping our communities grow. Now, if you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, feel free to drop them down, and I'll see you guys on the next video.